Ooh, what's going on? Happy Tuesday to you. Pop outside here. A little bright. Car keys for one Chevy Cruze. So I got home last night. We got the OnStar. I did subscribe to the basic service, so I can't push the button to make reservations and all that stuff, and I don't have the navigation, but I do get the notifications when there's a problem with the car. And I got a notification last night. Nothing major. Put the key in the ignition, go up here, turn that down, ding ding ding. Yes, I know the door's open, yada yada yada. We want menu, 93%, just had the oil changed. Huh. I got a notification last night that one of my tires was low, but it's showing all good right now. It said one of them was down to 30 psi. Interesting. They're pretty they're pretty equal right now. Well, boy, I love it fixing stuff like this, huh? That's pretty awesome. I was thinking last night when I saw that notice that, turn that off. Last week I was driving up to Target and I had a clicking noise from one of the tires. I thought it was just a rock. I pulled a couple of rocks out because I do have this gravel back under the Jeeps and it does get all over the place. And then people across the street and neighbors and all that stuff, and there's lots of gravel in these little roads here. Thought I just picked up a little rock. I pulled a couple of them out at the parking lot. It was still clicking when I drove. Went down up to higher speeds. Haven't heard it since. So then I saw the notice last night and thought, maybe I got a screw in the tire. But now that's saying they're all up to pressure. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab our tire gauge. We're going to check everything just to get a good solid reading, because these are electronic. Little valve stems have a deal in it, and a little radio frequency, and it sends it to the car and keeps track of your tire pressures that way. It's supposed to, I think, give you a notification when it gets down to a certain level too, but now we'll check it that way and see what we're at. I think we're supposed to be at 35, is what they say, cold. So maybe we'll bump them up a pound if they're down to 34. So yeah, a little bit of maintenance on the car. I'll let you know what I find out. Alrighty, everything was fine. I don't know what I was worried about. It's they were all sitting right at 34, 35. I bumped them up to 35, 36. These tires have been rotated. At least I'm assuming they were. It was requested when I took it in for the oil change. So, yeah, I think we're good. We'll just keep an eye on it for a while and give it a quick vacuum on the inside. Not looking too bad in here right now, but doing the exhaust, climbing in and out of the driver's seat when I took it for the test drives, I had grass, debris, and whatnot on my back. So, we're going to clean the windshield too on the inside. It's getting that hazy film on it. But other than that, exhaust is doing good. It's a little buzzy. Not real thrilled with it, but at least I can hear the car running now. That was my biggest thing, is I don't drive by the tachometer. I drive by the sound of the motor, and I could never really hear the motor before. This thing's just too quiet. One thing I did do when I was cutting the old exhaust off, though, I did punch a hole in my sound insulation underneath. I gotta dig up my aluminum tape and just patch that. Keep moisture from getting in there and rotting the car out. But yeah, drive it for a week. This weekend I'll crawl back underneath there and readjust everything, make sure it's still where I want it to be. It does seem to move a lot though. I'm not real thrilled with that, but the two tailpipe, or the exit, I did bump them up. I think I mentioned that in the last video. There's a hanger, and it's got two top holes and a center hole. And the instructions said for the RS bumpers, which I have an RS, to use the top and the bottom hole. For the standard bumper, you use the middle and bottom hole. Now, I bumped mine to the middle and bottom hole, even with the RS bumper. And it sucks them up nice and tight. I like the way it looks. Before they were just hanging a little too low. Look, I mean, this is probably the lowest car I've ever owned. So I'll have something that's a little bit lower than that. I'd rather have some ground clearance there. But no, we'll check the middle ones. There's two of them right by the rear axle too. That same thing. I might be able to bump those up too and kind of suck it up a little bit more and tighten it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't find anything wrong with the tires, so I was hoping to dig out the patch kit and show you all how to do that. But not this time. We'll just keep an eye on it. I don't know why it was showing that they were 5 pounds low on that one tire, but other than that, it's been a good little car so far. Hopefully, maybe we'll see a little more mileage out of this exhaust. It was a fun build. It was fairly easy. It took me a couple hours to put on. But the hardest part was getting everything adjusted. It is a pretty close tolerance kit, but it's got nice clamps on it. I'll go back through and reef them all down a little bit more. I don't have any leaks, although I do hear a little bit of resonation from the muffler itself. Almost sounds like an exhaust leak, because you hear sound from the muffler, but it's not leakage. It's just, it's sound leakage. It's not exhaust leakage. But, no, had a comment from one of you guys last night, 2 nights ago, about a night shot of the taillights. I think I'm going to try that tonight on the drive home. Maybe I'll even put that up as a high speed. And I'll try to get, maybe I'll go through downtown Everett tonight on the way home. I usually do that on Friday nights just to mix up the week a little bit, but see if I can set the camera up, catch the lights and some of the scenery going by. So we'll give that a try, I think, tonight. Play around with some camera angles and see what I can come up with. Other than that, I still can't answer comments. I haven't figured out, I haven't heard anything back from YouTube on that, so I can't answer comments and I can't leave comments, which is a little frustrating, especially for those of you that like to comment on my stuff, and I usually like to fire stuff back, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'll do a video and just showing what it's doing. All it does is give me a quick little flash of a blank screen, and that's it. And then I tried forwarding a video to my brother the other day, but you type in his username, won't take it. Type in his email name, won't take it. I was like, why? What's going on here? So, oh well. Anyhow, what time we got here? I just can't just push the button. Never done that before. Push the power button and the radio came on with the key off. 12:08. So I got a little over an hour before I have to get ready. I think we'll go back inside and watch a little bit more YouTube and start getting lunch prepared, and maybe we'll get this put together and uploaded. Ooh. So, alrighty, stay tuned. We'll have some more stuff coming up here in the next day or so. Some night footage. Yeah. Alrighty, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.